Ponme el Mic Podcast es un show impulsado por el English Conversation Club y por el programa de acompañamiento para emprendedores Tu Próximo Negocio, con el equipo de El Niño de los Burritos. Si hablas algo de inglés y quieres practicarlo semana a semana para ganar confianza junto a otras personas de todos lados, o si llevas un rato queriendo iniciar o impulsar algún proyecto o negocio propios, pero por X o Y no lo has hecho, entra a Linktree/Hey Charly. Ahí podrás acceder al English Conversation Club, al programa Tu Próximo Negocio y más servicios que hoy por hoy tengo para ti. Entra a Linktree/Hey Charly, LINKTREE/HEYCHARLY, Linktree/Hey Charly, y sigamos creciendo juntos. No olvides dar follow a este podcast en Spotify y YouTube y compartirlo con esa persona en quien ya estás pensando. Muchas gracias. Tamara.
Yes.
So, how do you feel in that moment where you are creating, like imagining and putting your work in colors, in shapes, in your murals, in your mosaic collages? How do you feel in those moments?
Actually, I feel great because it's all my energy coming through, and sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, but it just come in, and on the end, it's always presenting something great. And also it's create some wonderful feeling for people who see it, because always people are coming and tell, oh wow, and it's for me wow too.
Yes, nice. Welcome to this first English episode of your podcast, Ponme el Mic. Y dice 1, 2, 3. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? Excelente día tengas tú. Así suelo saludar y hoy le pongo ritmo y actitud. Hey, yo, dice este beat es para los amigos que hoy llegan aquí. No sé cómo, tú pon el talento, yo pongo el mí. Bienvenidos. Perfect. Okay, people. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, everyone. Oh my God, I don't know how am I feeling in this moment, because as I said, this is the first episode of Ponme el Mic podcast in English. So I'm so excited. This, all of this experience between you and your husband and me and Val, it arrived so natural.
Great.
I feel great because you are here. People who's watching on YouTube, hello everyone. People who's listening on Spotify, on Google, on Amazon, etc. Okay, we're here saying hi. Thank you for being here, letting us, being with you tonight. I'm so happy, and I'm not nervous actually. I'm not nervous because okay, what can be wrong? I'm here with my translator. So anyway, I'm like a beginner in this thing of English, but we can make it. Okay, so
Okay.
We are saying hi to our guest today. She's Tamara! Hello, Tamara!
Hello.
Hello! How are you feeling? How are you?
I'm feeling like always people feel in situation when they take in some photos or movies or something, nervous, but I'm fine.
Yeah, like you already know this feeling, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I never do it before.
Yeah, it's a new experience for you.
Yeah, it's new experience.
So it's a new experience for you and, for me, like doing this in English. So we are in the same way, okay?
Okay.
We are partners in this.
Okay.
Okay, well, Tamara, this program is called PONME el mic.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was explaining you the last day. It's something like give me the mic, something like that, There are a lot of people like you doing great things around the world, and I want to to put the microphone on them because they have great messages to share with the world with their hands, with their passions, because they are practicing the things they love to do, And when I connect with someone is because of that reason, I like to connect with people that are creating things and moving because, their hearts say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the day, I don't know, the last week, actually 1 week ago that we met, that we introduced ourselves, I have a quick connection with you guys, with both of you, because I felt like, wow, these guys are, so genuine, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So I would like to spread your work with the world and letting the world know you. So Tamara, we are here. So I introduced yourself a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
But what's your work? What do you do with all these great things of mosaics work?
Actually, mosaics, it's not only one thing that I'm doing. I'm watercolor artist, I'm architect. I am also can carve wood, and I was surprised that I can do that, but I started and it's become great. I was doing jewelry for 10 years. So everything, it's like you start to do one sense, and after you distract with another, and you want something learn, and you're learning, and every time when you're learning, you feel great because your fantasy working, and you must create. And I like when my energy coming through me and giving this explosion in work that I am doing. And very often you never know what happens, and it's what I like it. It's surprising me on the end. Some people painting and they says, I know what I'm painting and I know how it's supposed to be. With my work, it's very often surprise, especially with mosaic. Mosaic coming and depends how much your color has or how many tile you have it or kind of material you have it. It's always give you something that on the beginning you look and you're like, oh, I will start it with this, and after you little bit change and when you break tile, I'm not just breaking with my tools. I just like smash it. This feel great. And you just take pieces and look how they look, and you make drawings on the wall, and drawings in this way, and tile broken this way, and like, oh, I will change this movement. And in the end, from drawing what you have, it's have idea, you have some kind of visual sense, and it will be on that spot something important like animal or a flower, but how it moves, you never know. And in the end, can be very interesting. One time I was doing one mosaic, and I was so excited, and I'm starting doing. But in mosaic, it's most important part how it's tile will work together with colors or contrast. Contrast is most important because you don't have enough colors to. So you always think what color you can do, what kind things it must be behind. And on the end, it was like on a branch, cats sitting, watching of butterflies and birds coming to the flowers. And I need light behind because I need this branches and leaves that people can see it. And what happens, and I didn't plant it, it's lake become behind, and it was like you can see through this all plants, and you see all this lake, and it's so cool. And I like go in the back very often when you create big things. You better go and look, and you're like standing. It's like, oh my God, I did it. It's great.
I love the way you get excited while you are saying it. You know, it's like something. Okay, she loves it. You know. How. And okay, you are speaking now about creating it and about being in that moment while you are creating it, and suddenly something new appear, and okay, I need to do this thing, and then draw in certain way to draw this another new element. But how like an architect, like decides this path of doing things, because I studied in civil engineering.
And you changed mine.
But I had a lot of friends, architect friends. And it's not. It could be like we can relate these two worlds, architect and the artist thing. But not a lot of my friends, architect friends, became artists then, after. What's your story with this? You studied architect where did you?
So I started, I actually from Ukraine.
Okay.
And I was in a school, art school. I spent like 4 years in one art school, 3 years in different. And on the end, I decided to become architect. So 6 years in university. After that, I was working. I think it was like 6 or 7 years, maybe more. I cannot say it exactly.
In the architecture thing.
Okay. And after I met my husband.
Okay.
And I left Ukraine and I came to United States, where I was thinking that I will work like architect, but something happens and I have children. My husband say it's good if you watch children, and I cannot do just watching children. I need something do else. So when children sleep, I'm painting. I'm doing something to feel that I still creative, something doing. And I always put children in the front of me. I make sketches. If I don't have time, they watching television, and I doing this.
You were living in United States already?
Okay. And when he see my drawings and paintings, he says, let's show somebody, maybe you can have exhibition. And in Ukraine, I actually have exhibition. So I says, okay. we will do it. And we have like 4 or 5 exhibitions there. It depends how much time I have, how much paintings I want to show, how much places that won't show my work. I also decided I should teach people, because I know how to do watercolor, I know how to do pastel, so I can teach them drawing. So I will do that. My husband helped me find very good spot for that. When I started to do that, it was old street, and it's I didn't say where I was living. It's Hillsboro, Portland area in Oregon. Hillsboro has this old town. Actually, this town started spreading and growing and everything, but it still was old town with old buildings, with old shops, with all this coffee places and ice cream. My husband was saying, it's when I was a little boy, this ice cream was doing
this kind of
style of
all the colorful town.
Exactly. And the town actually was doing interesting things every Tuesday. No, one time in months. First Tuesday, they was doing some presentation of work. It was artists, people who do wine, and something by hand, or making jam, or even stores that full of this things that it was created by people who with love want to present their work. So people in the evening will be walking through the town, and everyone will inviting them. So in my buildings was several people who was artists. One lady was making clothes, other lady doing some pictures. This photos was very beautiful and great, and she was showing her work too. I was excited about everything, and I said, let's on this hall create all exhibition. So we was presenting our work.
That work was like with ceramic, with mosaics already?
No. I am coming to that point.
Okay.
Because in this part of the city, always people was working, and one in the order they was make bazaar. Bazaar is feria, when you sell the same the produce, but it's in daytime. And a lot of people was a lot of people was there, in music and children and dogs and balloons. And when I see that on the buildings where we was I forgot place where I was creating my work. It was one wall. Not excited, and I started do some drawings and present, and we can do this a big panel, and we will paint it, and it will be people walking, and wind will blow in, music will come in, and it's not exactly drawings, it's just like face. It's not exactly, you just maybe see face, you see hand, you see instrument, some kind of instruments that making different sounds, and you just will see just a part of something, but it's not exactly make faces. It can be nose with eye and face, but it's not really face. It was flat, but a lot of color like warm color, and idea was when sun come in and touch this wall, everything become like glowing with this warm color and creates this feeling like it's music coming, and you feel blow wind, and it was a lot of movement. And lady on the end walking with a child with balloon and little dog pulling. So like it's like joke, and in other way it's like children drawing, but it's not really. So everything was primitive, but also has meaning that it's for happiness. It's what we needed. It's what we should have here to continue this part of this park. Is that it's coming in the corner, like it's in the corner, and the park and music and everything. So it's just like you must behind this have this wall. So but what happens, I didn't finish it for several reasons. One reason was we decided to go to Costa Rica. When I came to Costa Rica, I didn't finish this wall. I really was excited, but I still have hope that maybe something hope, and they will call me, because I was presenting a lot of people and talking about. But in Costa Rica, I understand that if you painting here, acrylic, actually, if you paint in acrylic stay here and it's not spoiled, but paper can be spoiled by destroyed with water, moisture, bugs. It's a lot of insects that eat everything or making big mess. So it was really for me, like what I can do, what will do. But one time my friend was showing how she was making stepstone with breaking dishes. When I create my first stepstone, I understand that I'm not good enough like she, because she using colors and flowers that it's on the broken dishes. And for me it's distracting. So it's like I'm doing, but I feel that she is not artist, but she is creating better. She feels this better. But in Costa Rica, when I went, it was a lot of different color of tile, and I like, I will do mosaic on my first house, because I architect, I design. My husband know how build, he built, and we were so creative, and he always helped me. He creates this beautiful door from two sides. It was sun on the first part. It was like coming with I forgot how it's called.
Rays, sunrays.
Yes.
Okay.
On the other side, it's sun that already going down. So I like, yes. So and I started do mosaic, and a lot of friends, my friends see it. It's like, I'd like that you do in my house. I like, okay. And some work was making on the swimming pools, some work was making in schools, some work was doing in town. In a school, it was donation, and idea was to teach children to do something simple, because everyone want see beauty. Other reason to teach people see beauty and appreciate. When we came town and school, it just was a lot of old buildings and not excited, and paintings was not excited. So when I talk to principals, like, we can do this with students and some gringos, people who want to learn Spanish, and they want exchange experience, and children can learn how to do it, because who knows, in the future you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
If you learn a lot of things, it's something will come out and you started create and do something. So I was excited working in a school. I was so impressed how children was excited too, and how many wonderful words they was telling me, and how it's all team become like working. It's take like 3 months, but every day was you come in and you feel great what you're doing and how you're doing. I always was come back. I was tired from talking, explaining, because it's new people coming. Some classes was like teacher didn't come or something happening, and students doesn't know what to do, so they come in to help with music.
Okay.
So new students and need to explain everything in the beginning. From beginning to the end, how you will do that and how it works. So people just was coming and doing and exchanging languages and helping each other understand. It's not only I was explaining, it's always Gringos who was with me. And on the end, when everything was finished, I'd like that every name, even you make little leaf, you put on this special desk. And I says, you see, everyone will say it. I was young and I created this, and it's my children will see it, and every time you come in, you know that little things you did it. And this is a present of your time that was in the past. And you're always proud of that.
Of course.
And when you have that feeling, you want to do something else, I hope. I think if you create something, you will not come and try to destroy something or make damage or blow up. So I was doing this mosaic, and after this school, one gringo, he says, I working with plants in a little town. We want to make this town beautiful. I want to present people how they can live. And they was planting little parks, little places by the road, by the bus stations, that people feel beautiful. Put some buckets for garbage. Every Sunday or Saturday, they will go in and plant it and give water to plants and clean this place. And he says, can you help us create this? I says, yeah, you have this place where people come in for special reason in the center of a little town, and they making food together and celebrating. Let's put some drawings there. So we did one drawings, is like mountains, flowers, and everyone loved it. And it's like, oh, can we do something with tables and chairs? So we did with that. And after inside the building, they started fixing it, and they says, well, can we do here something? So I says, let's invite little children, and they will do, everyone will do butterfly, and parents will help put this butterfly on the wall, and adults will be filling everything space like movement, like wind, and this butterfly floating different way.
Yeah.
Actually, it was very beautiful, and you can see that every butterfly different, with different hands made it, and with different idea how they present butterfly. So it's what was cool about that.
Yeah.
And after I came from Costa Rica to Mexico, so here I started painting, and I'm painting with acrylic right now, doing some watercolors and pastel. I hope I can do some mosaic here too. We just need to find more ceramic and find more material, because mosaic can be any kind, what people call collage. You can create from anything. Depends it's where it will be. If it's in a house, you can use recycling, and if you and recycling is like you can use plastic, you can use rocks, you can use glass, broken glass. If it's outside, you need something stronger, because time, sun, rain can destroy, so better use some materials that's stronger and can take for long time.
Okay, wow. It's like I love the way you like you put your signature. Well, I can get this, I have this perception that your signature as an artist is to spread, to share this feeling of doing, of creating things, and it's not something just for you, you share it with the children, with the parents, like, okay, this is how creating feels, can feel, and I love it. I love the way you do it. While I was listening to you, it's something that I would like to ask, because here in Latin America, in Mexico, is something like it's so common that when we say, imagine an architect student here, and suddenly he or she says like, I wanna, make art, or I wanna do art, their family, their circle, their environment is like, what? But why? If you are a civil engineer, or an architect or whatever, why do you want to be an artist? So and here is like, it's not most common say like an artist will starve, an artist will like, what are you gonna do, for your life,
Yeah.
And I had this perception that in your country, maybe in Europe, I don't know, they think a little bit, or way different than us, Someday I heard a story about children who push the plates of the restaurant here in Mexico, and the mother was like, what have you done, like, oh, sorry for the people of the restaurant, give me something to clean this mess, And the same story in Europe is like, the child broke something and the mother is like, okay, take a breath, what can we do, with this thing? And the kid is like, okay, we can, and they take the pieces and they start creating art. And the mother is like, okay, yeah, from something that maybe is not too good in outside, you can create, or from any problem, with other words, you can create art. And that's like the difference between one mindset and the other one. And people says that here in Mexico is like, wow, ¿qué estás haciendo? Like, limpia esto, So I'm so curious about the mindset there, because you said like I was studying and then I decided to start doing art. How was the story with your circle, with your relationships, your family? You know, did they support your decision?
Actually, I remember when I was a little girl and I was sitting at home by myself. I was very, very nervous and scary because I didn't like be alone.
Okay.
Because my friends was telling me some scary story after that. I hated be at home alone. So I always try to distract myself, and I was drawing. And my dad see my drawings and he says, "Wow, you have talent, we should do something."
Okay.
So they found school where I was. When I came to United States, my husband, he was impressed how I'm painting. He says, "Enjoy your work. I will work and you will paint it. You will have time for this." So I really appreciate how he say and how he give me this opportunity to do. I think it's need to tell him thank you very much.
Of course. No, well,
Yeah.
You were in the United States for vacations or?
No, I just came like tourist, and he asked my hand.
Wow.
And we decided married.
Yeah.
And when I have children, it's difficult go and leave children with somebody else. And United States, you cannot leave child alone in a house.
Yeah.
So you must be very working mom and find somebody, or you must do something in the house. So I we together decide that it's better when children were small, be with them. Because I remember my parents was working and I always feel nervous being by myself, and I hated being by myself. So I want to give my love and my time to children.
Yeah, of course.
And when children grow up, now I can do more what I can before, because when you full-time mom, you need to cook, you need clean, you need to take children for some baseball or for some hobbies, and they actually was learning music. I tried to teach them how to draw, but they don't want it. But mostly right now it's most funny things that came. They actually, in some way, they in art, and they keep going do that, and they tell, "Thank you, Mom, that you tried. We didn't do it, but now we do it."
Yeah, right.
So I think it's good time for me was coming to the point that I can do something for myself. When we moved to Costa Rica, its nature create more this feelings and give you more energy, and your eyes like opening, and you see more colors, more like really life, even like people live, how they acting. I think it's about nature, about these colors. So I want to show that, and everything came in mosaic, and some mosaic. It's always about plants, about colors.
Yeah, it's like your specialty or something.
And what I see, it's always I'm working and I observing like butterflies, observing some animals. For example, I went with my dogs. I have 4 dogs, and we're walking in a mountains road, and it's very wild place, and big cat jump in the front of me and across the road, and my dogs falling and calling them bags. But I realized that it's huge animal. And that moment I was working with one mosaic where I stop and cannot do anything. It's just like everything boring. I cannot have idea. And it's already 4 months standing just with one tree. And my husband say, when you finish?
Yeah.
I says, I didn't have idea what
Like
I can
blocking.
do.
I'm blocked.
Yeah,
Something.
and when I see this big cat, black big cat with very small head and tiny ears,
Yeah.
I decided I will do that.
Yeah.
And another story was one mosaic supposed to be in the back of my house. All places there, I left places I already filled, but this is like I don't have idea. One night I am walking and light through the window came on that spot, and I see big, huge white flower on that wall, and I was like, now I know I will do this big flower.
Yeah.
In 2 days, a picture was done.
Yeah.
And it was meter by meter, as like, and in cases like, oh, when you know what to do, you're doing so fast.
Yeah, you know what? They talk about the art is everything about being present. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe there are people or there are artists that when we are kind of blocked, the last thing that we do is being present, because we are thinking and overthinking, like, oh, what should I do now? I'm blocked and I want new ideas. But when we stop and access to this present moment, like, okay, I can see a little flower, I can see, the clouds, I can see, elements.
Yeah.
And those 100 of elements that we are around us, they give us like the next inspiration to keep creating, to keep putting that information on the paper, on the song or whatever. So how would you describe your experience about while you are in that moment and you feel blocked? Because these 2 times that you share it was because like something natural, but what do you do in these moments when you feel blocked, in these like no more ideas coming through your mind?
When I don't have ideas, I just put on away, and it's need time. Time always will show you what you want to see. That sometimes it's some kind of moment. Sometimes if you really block, you're in big city, for example, it's good to go listen music, or you go in and see something beautiful like exhibition, some artist, if you appreciate this. If you like something else that make you excited, go to that places where something make you excited. For me, see people art, it's create big emotional, like bomb goes through me and blow, and I have so many ideas. I like, oh, I can do that, I can do that. I like how this artist work. Sometimes I will be copy, not really copy, but it's like I won't understand how he do it, so I start to do this, and it's not because I was really want copy. I just want learn from other person, and I think it's good to learn from other person because it's give you more idea, your fantasy, because you always will be touched to the things that you already know how to do. And this is two combinations that you learning something and doing something. It's become together. And more you learning, more you try find and research, it will help. Doesn't matter what you're doing, it will be helping with all your creativity or art or music or anything what you're doing. Even people who engineering and they like music. They like go to restaurants and eat wonderful, beautiful dishes that create almost like artists. And you very often come and people now start making pictures of art of a person or a coffee. Did you see how many
the
pictures?
Shades, right?
Yeah. And before I don't remember right now. So art will be coming through all people, and actually if we learning from a little boy or little girl all these things to where we can see everything, it's create in the future big result, because this person will not destroy something. He will be try make something. I remember when I was 12 years old and I have classes with one lady who was telling us about history of art. She says, you go outside and look around and everything you will see in colors. And when I came outside, it's like I was in a TV show where it's black and white. My feeling was like that. And I look and it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. It's so many colors. And I'm walking on the street and it's not only one green, it's so many different kind of green. And I'm like, oh, I'm so happy that I can see colors, I can see all this beauty, and I can appreciate this. And it doesn't matter if a person not artist and he can appreciate beauty and art and other, he will be really understand why it's better live in nice, clean, beautiful city that city which ugly, destroyed, and probably they in the future will say, no, we won't be in this city and we're supposed to do something about that.
Yeah, right. I love that story about your teacher. That okay, from now on, notice all the colors that are surrounding you. You know. Another way. Where to me, like another way to say, be where you are. You know, being present. Because in with this, you know, automatic way to take a walk in the day is like everything is the same to me. But no, if you are truly present, there are a lot of different elements that could inspire you to, you know, and this is not just for people that paint or write songs or artists. This is, I would say, for a doctor, for an engineer, a businessman or businesswoman, because creativity, I think, is for everyone. You know, we need creativity, we need inspiration to take our next step in that business thing or something.
I was thinking if person doing work like surgeon or a doctor or engineer, it's very stressful work. And when they come to home, some people can just enjoy being a family, and some you continue go and listen music or play music, and it's for their heart, and it's where they become happy, and it's where they relax the stress. And some people want everything be quiet, and they will collect some stamps or something else. Depends what person decide to collect. And this is another way too to help yourself be relaxing, and art actually doing a lot of things about that. It depends what person will choose. Sometimes you can play just games. Games is relaxing too, and it's important, and especially in time when everything moving and there's so much computers and people have the stress work, and they must think today I have work, tomorrow I don't have. It's really stressful.
I love this way too, because people, actually they notice how someone who's creating, who's painting, who's a songwriter or anything, people used to express about the about themselves, about like he's very very relaxed man, or a very why is she always like calm? Because people used to say this a lot about, for example, Val, our friend, Val Acosta. You can listen to her episode, 2 episodes here. She's always like living in this. People used to tell her like, why do you feel like so calm every time, so happy? Because they are people connected with the nature, with the present moment, with the simple things, my girlfriend, is like, why you are always like calm? Why are you always like, but actually, I actually like it. I like it. It's like
important.
It's important to me, and it's like it's a good idea about myself, because I prefer people that people know me as the calm boy, as the relaxed, than he's always stressed, or he's always like running, or he's something like
you're happy in that moment.
And from this place I can help my people, and I can transmit, I can project this, not just the image, not just like the picture, but the feelings, the emotions, when you are with a person who's like, wow, you can feel it.
You not only feel it, that you just relaxing with this person. Because when I come here, I'm really nervous, but you relaxed me, and I'm just talking to you. And what you says, it's true. A lot of people doesn't know how to be happy, and nothing can make happy if person not making himself happy. And a lot of people think if I will be rich, I will be happy. It's not true. Money cannot buy happiness, and happiness, it's from if you try do something, you try learn something, you try understand, create, or even go to work. It's too because you're doing something important, and it's make you happy because people tell you thank you for your work. So I think if your work make you stressful, and you cannot come and relax, and you need change your life, because it's you cannot, if you're not happy while you living, you cannot see anything around you. You just always will be unhappy every time you will look on something and make you like upset. This is not right. It's not right color. They not put water for me right.
Yeah.
They split that and no, just laugh. I have one girl who was helping me do some mosaic, and she was always laughing. She fell. He hit herself. I know some will be crying, and she like, and she's like, wow.
Yeah.
And she was telling me, sing for me. I says, I cannot sing, I don't have voice. And she, no, sing. And she laughing, I'm singing, and she laughing. And it's just giving you this is great energy. And he says, it's not be important have this money or big house or something. It's just how you act. What you have and how you take care of yourself and how you do, and you just, if you're just happy, you will create something to do something.
Right. Yeah.
Just my point, like.
Yeah, of course. No, I like it, and you know what? Maybe, well, I say like to people, you know, like. When we has been in this position of, okay, I don't like this situation, I don't like this, you know, my position right now. Okay, it's, yeah, I can feel, you know, someone that is listening to this podcast or watching, like, okay, but what should I do? I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to quit. I don't know how to, you know, change my life. Okay, yeah. It's not easy, of course. It's well, you know what? I would say it's not easy, but it is easy. You know what I mean? Like, we can feel, you know, fear. We can feel like, wow, I don't know how to give this step. You know, yeah. But I love one book. One of my favorite books is the Power of Now. Eckhart Tolle. I don't know if you heard about it. And he says like, is as simple as, you know, drop a hot piece of rock. You know, if you are holding a hot piece of rock, you just leave it. You know, you just drop it. It's like that. You know, if you are in a situation that you don't like it,
you should drop it.
Yeah, you just drop it. You just leave it. You know, yeah. And that's why I'm saying that. Okay, maybe it's not easy, but what's you know, what decision it's gonna be better for you? You know, in the long term. Keep with the hot rock, holding the hot rock, or drop it. Like, I don't want this anymore.
Yeah.
And I always say like it's a thing about. One thing is, okay, listening to my heart, you know, because, okay, this cliche, you know, about, oh, listen to your heart and you follow your intuition. But, okay, that's, I would say, step number one. But step number two is, okay, I listen to my heart, I'm listening to my intuition, but then I have to do something. I have to take action. Okay, I know that I don't want to be here, but I must take action, you know? I have to take action. I have to do something. So when we are speaking about this thing, one day people, how can I say this thing, realize that they or we are not in the place we are want to be. So one day we can take different choices, you know?
Yeah.
A different choice today. Okay, so I'm gonna give this step. And that, I would say the brave man or the brave woman is not that one who stay in the, you know, in the hard place.
Yes.
No, the brave man or the brave woman is the one who's, oh my God, I'm scary, you know, but I'm taking a different action, you know.
Exactly.
Because it is I want something different. And that's the thing, because I wanted to ask you about, I'm new in this path of, I'm a musician, I'm an amateur musician, I'm beginning in this path, and okay, I have had my, hard moments, financially speaking, and emotionally speaking, with this thing of creating content and social media and everything. I have hard moments. And what do you do in those moments that could be like, wow, what should I do now? I don't know what to do now.
My grandma was always telling, you just go to bed, sleep, and next day will bring you new news or something happening. If it's not happening next day, you just relax, and just give time. If you have very bad time, just give little bit time. The time become showing you what you can do. Sometimes you cannot come and make decision very quickly because you're in position where you're scared and like, this is not working, this will be not. So, but keep your eyes always open, and don't, if you see new opportunity, just start it and tell people that I won't do that and I know that I can do it. And do it. If nobody give you opportunity to do, start it, do by itself.
Create your own.
Learn. If you see some ways that you still like, I don't know how to say it in English, with your finger pointing in this way, and wall will be breaking, and you will be maybe not fast how you want, but little by step, you will come to your decision or your goal. It's very difficult for everyone. It's difficult. But if you're not changing, you will be stuck for a long time and your life will be miserable. It's only one decision, try something new. And on the beginning of your life, if some children listening to us or young people, I will be saying, you just learn a lot of things what is possible. Because everything, it's not like big bags that you must carry everywhere. It's like you learn how drive bicycle, and it's always with you. If you learn a lot of things, it will be coming to you in some way. And you says, I know how to do that, and I know how to do this. If I put these things together, and you never know. More you know, more opportunity. If you're just sitting and waiting for opportunity, it will never happen. So you just learn once in a second. Like you learn music, you learn about computer, you learn other. You start to present your work on TV and it's creating something new and new. Somebody sees it and like, I love it. Can you, Charlie, come to me and help me with that? And you're doing this. And never know how everything will open for you. So I think you're in the right way.
Thank you so much. That's so inspiring, and you know what? I can feel that I'm on the right way, because these kind of situations, like knowing you guys, it's something magical to me, like, wow, I really connect with these people. It's a experiences that I want to have in my life, So am I happy right now knowing new people, creating new experiences? Yes. For example, 2 days ago, the night before yesterday, it was my first night at the casino. You know, it's because my grandparents love casino, and I was never been there. But 2 nights ago I was there, and it was like a new experience to me. And I was like, okay, this is the casino environment. Now I can see how people, you know, there are people like, oh, they are like sick about winning, and they're like, wow. And you can see other people like enjoying. Like going there to having a good time, and they're actually the people who used to win, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, it was a new experience to me, being in the casino. I was like, okay. And that night, I met with a friend, a great friend of mine. It was like, okay, like I'm getting into these new environments, but I like it. I like the way I'm living right now. And how do I know it? Because my heart is saying, you know, like, yeah, it's that way. Oh no, Charly, it's not that way. So yeah, so back to the conversation. You use in these hard moments, you used to go to bed, as your grandmother told you. You know, like yes. Relax, go to bed, take a nap. You know, yeah. the importance. Yeah. Do you used to take naps?
Actually, I do, and mostly I like yoga. I do yoga because it's really relaxing. If I cannot sleep, I do yoga.
Yeah.
And wow. Yoga actually gives me a lot of wonderful feelings. It's like, I can do it.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Yeah.
And it's not important. I will do it and everything will be okay.
Right.
Because this is life where it's difficult. It's a lot of, and especially now after COVID and war going around and other things, it's very stressful. But we need to live, and we need to try see beauty, and all these bad things didn't spoil our life, and see how we can make different ways that we not upset with that. And it's difficult. It's really difficult. So
yeah, well, I was thinking, like, was listening to your words, and I was thinking about when we are struggling with, we are thinking about these situations in the war and the COVID and these things. Well, just focus on a different thing. There are people that's why this program is about doing more, practicing more, or hobbies.
Yeah.
If you like to riding, you know, ride a bike, go and do it. You know, there are people that say, "Oh no, it's because I don't have time, because it's like I'm working and then I go to my house and then try it, you know. If you're feeling good, okay, that's good. But if you feel that you need something else, so go outside and take your bike and go ride it, you know.
Or take your dog.
Or take your dog, or whatever. You like painting, you like recording videos, you like making music, whatever. It's about this program. It's about making more those activities that connect you with the, I would like to say, with the source, you know.
Exactly.
In this case, in your case, is plasming, you know, is putting your work there in with ceramic, in your mosaics, with paintings, you know. So what's your like your routine? How is a day in Tamara's life, you know? Like let's say cotidiano is the right cotidiano, I don't know how to say it.
Daily.
A daily?
Daily.
Yeah.
Okay.
A daily routine in Tamara's life.
I really busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have mom, which she disabled, she paralyzed. So I need a lot of time spent it helping her. After I have 2 dogs and cat, and they need time too. And also I have husband, and he likes to be with me, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Right.
And we like do something together, but right now it's more complicated because you need always find somebody who can trust to leave my mom. And when I have little bit time, I like, okay, I'm painting, nobody touch me.
Okay.
So, but very soon I hear whistle, and I'm like, okay, my time is finished.
Right.
So, but I'm happy that I have the time.
Yeah.
It's very important for me do something to go away from things that are like making you upset, because Mama has one problem is she has pain in the hand and others, and you don't want to see these things because you love these people. Sometimes you can be upset with something. So when you start in pain, you come back completely different person. You start to smile and you start looking at people in different way.
Yeah, right.
And
like
when
a therapy.
yeah. And when you see a dog that they looking at you, like, you're here, we can do something. And like, oh yes, we will do something, we'll go for walk. So,
okay. So in these times where you say everyone like, please, I'm here, I'm gonna be painting.
Yeah.
That used to be at night, in the morning.
Actually, it's in daytime. Mostly in the evening. For me, it's right now very complicated to paint because vision become going down.
Yeah.
So every time if I do something at night, I have big headache. So I try find time when I can see so well, when light so bright, and you can paint. Watercolor actually very difficult paint right now because in Mexico it's very dry climate, so you need always create some moment. It's good in the morning, but I don't have. So you must create a lot of things that around you that keep room with water and not very dry, for example. So you must create so that you can paint it. So right now I decide, okay, I'm not doing this because it takes a lot of time. I will do like acrylic or painting in a bottle. So
yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, people who's watching on YouTube, that little bottle is a masterpiece by Tamara. Yeah. Okay. So
anyway, but I like something see like, oh, I can put paintings on a rock. I can paint on a shell. Shell. Oh, I forgot how it's called. Shelves.
Yes, the shelves. Okay.
Because shelves I always make shiny, and I like how they design. It's nature design, make colors, and I will be making some jewelry with that. So every time something I see, I try like, look how I can use it. Even I walking on the street and I find some rock, and I was like, I like this rock, I should do something. My husband says, how many garbage get in the house? Like, no, it will be something cool. So
you're looking at it from a different perspective, you know, like okay.
Yeah.
And where do you used to, well, I mean, like, is there another artist, or are there other artists, or maybe, I don't know, movies or pieces of content that you use to get inspired, like?
Yeah, I was in school with a lot of people who become right now very famous, and they on a very high level of art.
Yeah.
They go into France, and tickets for them actually this company will pay. So you understand on what kind of level they are. But I'm not jealous about them. I'm very happy for them, because I think everyone must have competition with yourself. In this way you will be growing. I see the work and I'm like, oh, this work so beautiful. I should do something. And it's always like I said before, that you go in exhibition, you see somebody work and make you excited, and you're like, I will paint something.
Nice.
And sometimes you really can learn from what you see it. So it's good too. And I know a lot of artists in the past that they was copy of very famous artists to learn something. Some will be staying with it, just copy because they sell in that. But I don't think that they was happy with copy one. I think it's always happiness come when you create something new. Maybe you copy, and it's first your result and you're like happy, and you from that step you come into different result, and after different, and it's not already this copy, it's something else that you're doing. But you learn from that artist, even he is not there, even he died a long time ago. You will learn in how he mix color, what color he used, what style, what his composition. It's really cool.
Okay, nice. Well, before finishing this podcast, I would like, because since the first moment that I met you guys, I liked like this dynamic between you, because I have a 10 years relationship with my girlfriend, and wow, it is so great, and it is so important how your partner can
help you.
Can help you, and she or he can be that support, that hands in our back saying like, come on, you can do it. We are blessed, I would say, like you and I, we are blessed of having parents that told us one day, go do it, I'm with you. Maybe I don't understand you, I don't get what you are doing. YouTube, what is that? Podcast, what are you doing? Like you could be working in, We are blessed of having these people around us, but specifically in this part of the couple thing, of having a husband, having a wife, a girlfriend, a boyfriend who's supporting you. What could you say to all the people who's listening and watching us about maybe they are the person who wants to to practice more their hobbies or doing it professionally, or maybe they are the partners, they are the person who's like, okay, well, my husband is like always painting and he wants to paint, but I don't understand him. What could you say? What could you tell to all of them?
I will be saying that it's very good to understand each other and help each other. I like when my husband finds something, and he has a lot of hobbies about radio. He a very good writer, and he everything teach himself. He learning a lot of languages. Sometimes he coming to the end, sometimes it's not, but he is pushing, and actually he is pushing me to study to Spanish, and I really appreciate of that. because it's really helpful. Sometimes I will be saying, "Oh, I'm so busy and I cannot do," but he says, "You in different country, you in different, and people want to understand you and they won't connect to you. So how you will be connect with them if you cannot speak Spanish?"
Yeah.
So everything of that, it's actually help if person not just take your time and give you idea and tell you what you should do. Sometimes it's very important to listen. Doesn't important that you're too busy or too lazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're so lazy to do something or too tired, but it's important that people will say something, you listen, you take care of that, and if you cannot do that, it's probably time for you relaxing. Take 2 steps back, relax, and keep going the same way, and help your friend if friend need it. That's important.
Yeah, of course. Like being there for them, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
wow. Yeah, I love it, and that's another proof that these stories exist. You know.
Yeah.
Because maybe we grew in a different environment of this mindset of the man has to do something, the woman has to do a thing, and knowing people that, because you have like how many years relationship?
Yeah, we're already 26 years.
26 years. So it's like, wow, to me, like, yes, of course we can do. Like, of course. We can be a couple, we can be partners in this path, like I can support you and you can support me, and like maybe I don't understand what you're doing, but if you want it, if you are happy doing it, and if you are not hurting anyone, I'm with you.
I actually want to say it one sense. I remember I was in school and I was learning English, and I wasn't very good with English, and we have this teacher that says, "Oh, I will be putting for you C if you just show up." And for me it was so easy. Show up and so. But how she started to tell us that it's some people who can learn and some people who cannot. And now I will be saying it's not true. I'm not best person who can learn languages, and I'm struggling with languages. But everyone, if they want, can do it.
Yeah.
So it just time need, and you need how you want to do that.
Yeah.
And if you working hard, you will be coming to the point. Maybe not in 1 month. One people will do in 1 month. Other people will be in 6 months. Other will be in 10 years. But you will come to this point.
Yeah, right. Okay, well, I have really enjoyed this conversation with you, Tamara. Learning about you, about the process you have been living through during these years, as daughter, as mom, as wife, as an artist. I really appreciate you, guys, having you here, and know you. We met last week, and I don't know why. I always used to tell this to my guests, but it's true, it's true. Because if you are here, it's because I connect with you,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that I know you since I don't know how many years. I don't know why. So, well, the last dynamic is gonna be this, okay? I'm gonna say one word, and you're gonna say one word that comes to your mind. Okay? Yeah? So I'm gonna give you word by word, and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay? The first word is gonna be Portland, Oregon.
Thank you, Portland, Oregon, that you give me experience.
Nice. More than one, but it's okay because
it was thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Nice. Okay. What about Costa Rica?
I love colors.
Colors. Nice. I would like to visit Costa Rica. Okay. I imagine that you met a lot of great people there.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
It's wonderful people.
Nice. Okay. Perfect. What about Mexico?
Music.
Wow, music? Really?
Yeah.
So Costa Rica
exciting.
is color and Mexico
This
is
is
music?
music. Colors is here too, but music it's stronger, it's more expressive and more colorful for me here.
Wow. But it's something interesting because what's the difference? Now we have Spotify and we have, the charts, and in Mexico, in Canada, in Europe are almost the same, top hits,
Yeah.
But why?
Because you have your own music.
Yeah, it's really
do you
Traditional music.
traditional music? So do you like mariachi and banda and norteñas?
And doesn't matter.
Rancheras.
That doesn't matter what you listen. You always feel happiness. It's what it's about. People can sing, but with voice or music, it feel happiness because sometimes you don't understand words, but you hear music, and this is music you can hear, like person very sad or very happy, or this is just like you feel this without words. This music, all this coming to you, and actually you look people, and this is like connected to the people too.
Wow.
So it's great.
Wow, great, interesting. Well, because people used to say Mexico food or something, that was the number 2. Okay, nice. Oh, so is there a song, your favorite song, like mariachi or banda or rancheras?
Do you know? I cannot call you how it's named because I never remember.
Okay.
It's my problem. Sometimes I'm walking on the street and I don't remember street. I know that I know, but so I'm sorry about that. But I really enjoyed all music that I heard here. I will be not saying that I don't like this song or something. It just music was so beautiful in all these songs that difficult to choose something special. But I'm sure when I learn more, because I only 6 months here, I will be really know some groups in other places.
Yeah, sure. Oh, nice. What about you? Is there a song?
No, I don't know the names of the songs.
Okay, the names.
But it's like if somebody put a blindfold on you, put you in a box.
Yeah.
And you were somewhere else, like in Europe, and then they dropped you, and before they even took off the blindfold, you go, I'm in Mexico, because the music is so distinctive.
Wow. Wow, it's something new. I wouldn't imagine that. Because I would say okay, in Mexico maybe mariachi, but I didn't know that people can perceive different colors in sounds,
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Okay.
And thank you to you, Charles, and thank you to my husband that he support me. Without him, I maybe will be not here.
Another example of maybe he was pushing go to the podcast.
No, he didn't. He just say, do you want to do it? And I look at his eyes, and his eyes says, do it.
A lovely way to
It's just I always want to show my husband that I can do it. Sometimes it's very hard, but I will do it.
Yeah, of
I
course.
just want new experience.
Yeah.
Learn something new.
Nice, perfect. Actually, that was the other word, the first word that comes to your mind when I say Casey. So it's a hard one because you have a lot of.
It's my husband and my love.
Nice.
I will use 2 words.
Yeah, perfect. You can do whatever you want. Okay, what about Ukraine?
Ukraine, it's pain right now.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a really big pain for me.
Yeah, but best wishes and all love, all the love for people
Yeah,
there.
I want that people survive this war and this war finish faster that it's possible.
Yeah.
I love all my people and I'm so sorry what happening with them.
Yeah, we can feel it, and well, at the end, I think everything's gonna unfortunately, we as humans sometimes have hard process, but I know and I like to believe that it's for the best, in the middle term, long term, and an important thing is that maybe in here, I don't know, we are connecting United States with Ukraine, with Mexico, with Costa Rica. So I like to say that if we can do something, maybe I'm here and I think what can I do for Ukraine, or what can I do for helping other situations, but okay, doing your stuff, doing your things, painting, and putting your love in a wall, putting your love in a song,
Yeah.
And someone said, do it every day, do it for the rest of your life, and eventually the world will change.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So all the love for Ukraine, United States, Costa Rica, Mexico, and all the world. And thank you guys. Thank you, Tamara, for being here. This is your house, guys. This is
Thank
your space.
Thank you.
I enjoyed a lot. I think it was great, right?
It was fun.
For the first English episode, I think it was good. Right?
I think it's good.
Okay. Well, and the last thing, each week we recommend the people one piece of content, one song, one documentary, one movie, a book, whatever you want, to the people. They can read it, listen to it, or whatever in that week. So what would it be your recommendation of the week?
This is a difficult question because I have a lot of things.
Okay, maybe the last piece of content that marked you or that inspired you, I don't know, whatever.
Okay. It just came one movie that I love. It's a French movie called Dinner. It's very funny.
Dinner?
Dinner.
Dinner game? You mean the dinner game?
Oh, Dinner Game.
Dinner game?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. This is funny and just in some way teaching people how need respect, love, and also what is important and what is not important in love.
Okay. Is it a comedy?
It's comedy.
Nice. Okay.
And I loved comedy.
Where did you watch it? Is it on Netflix or in?
A long time.
Okay.
A long time I was watching in Oregon, so it's this. Yeah.
Oh, from the 90s.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's look for it. We have internet and we have.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
the French dinner, or how is it?
Yeah. No, it's.
What's the
The
name?
dinner game.
Oh, the dinner game. Okay. The dinner game, the French movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So people, that's the recommendation of this week. The dinner game.
Dinner Game.
The dinner game. The dinner game, the recommendation of the week. Thank you so much, Tamara. Thank you so much, Casey, for supporting this work, for being here, guys. Thank you, Val Acosta, that
Yes,
you know
that she introduced us.
She introduced us the last week, and well, let's keep doing our thing. You know.
Yeah, and good luck to you.
Thank you
with
so
your
much. Thank you so
work.
much.
I think it's interesting.
Thank you so much. We are doing the things that we like to do, and I would like to invite you people, you friend that are listening to us or watching us. Go do it, go and do it, and we are here. If you need another, crazy people that support you, we are here. We are two, we are three, and Vale, we are with you. Okay? Thank you so much again.
You're welcome.
We're gonna be here for the next projects, maybe. Why not? And thank you for being here on YouTube. Thank you for listening on audio platforms, people. My name is Charly Murillo. Here's Tamara.
Tamara.
Where do the people can find you? Maybe your work. I don't know if you have some.
Actually, I can send you some of my picture you can
Okay.
show, and Instagram it's calling
Toma creates.
Toma. No.
Creates.
Toma
Yes,
Creates?
Toma creates. Yes.
Oh,
I
Toma
sorry.
creates.
I have so many.
Okay.
This that like sometimes I mix in which
Yeah.
one I call how.
Yeah, don't worry. Anyways, we are gonna put the link below.
Yeah, below and some picture below.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Nice. So thank you so much again.
You're welcome.
And thank you, people. We say goodbye of this episode. This is gonna be, I think, the episode number 47, 48, I think so. So thank you so much for being here. Ponme el mic podcast. We say goodbye, singing as always this song that says: Mañana no ha llegado y el ayer ya es pasado. Lo que importa es lo que hago hoy. Lo que importa es que ya comenzó. Ponme el micro.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.